mission of Mustard Seed Ranch is really special because our whole mission is to provide a family environment, a loving family environment. Here at the ranch, that's what it's about. It's about giving kids the chance to be a kid. And unfortunately, 90% of our children come to us with adult situations. They've had to grow up way too soon. And so what we want to do is let them come here and breathe. We're all about showing love, and that's what it's about. Our mission is about giving a kid the life that they deserve so that they can then in turn someday do the same for someone else who's hurting. And that's what it's all about.
We were looking a couple years back at what could be a fundraising situation for us, an event, something that could help us raise some funding for these homes. And we had a board member that was out here. We were discussing options for a potential trail run. And that board member at the time was a CrossFit Games competitor in the Masters division. And he said, look guys, what are we doing? We have Rich Froning in our town. He's the current fittest man on earth. We need to have a CrossFit competition.
We have a couple members that are on the board for Mustard Seed, and one of the main ones is Thomas Lynn, and he came up to us and asked, hey, you know, I think we could do a CrossFit event. He went to the games at the 60 plus, so he's he's in the community and does that, does a lot for just Cookeville, and so he said, hey, you think we could get a CrossFit event? You think anybody would come? So I was like, yeah, we might as well try.
3, 2, 1, left.
4 years ago, we had our first Rich Froning's Mayhem for Mustard Seed, and it's grown from there. And this year we had our fourth event that raised over $200,000 towards the kids at Mustard Seed Ranch.
The most amazing thing about this is the first year when we started Mayhem for Mustard Seed Ranch, we had 69 teams and we were able to raise $89,000. This year is our fourth year. We had 120 teams and we were able to raise $200,000 net.
I mean, all the money that's raised through Mayhem for Mustard Seed goes to the operation of the homes and the care of the children here at Mustard Seed Ranch. And $200,000 may seem like a lot. That basically supplies a year's worth of coverage for 2 homes, and we have 3 currently, and we're expanding to 5 by the end of the year. So, it's a huge component in the operation of Mustard Seed Ranch, and it would be very hard on us if we didn't have such a great partner in Rich.
Everybody's super gung-ho about doing it, and just the volunteers as well. We get a ton of volunteers that help with judging, help with setting up just this dinner and stuff like that, and changing out weights, and it's really cool. Really, what I tell people is my name's just on the event. Everybody else kind of makes it run.
And he's a great role model for our kids to see that no matter what your stature or your status or your pocketbook is, it's always important to give back. And that's always been a work ethic for him. He's very involved in trying to give back, and it's great for our kids to see that. And so anytime they get to see Rich, you know, he just cares about what they're doing. Another cool thing is that, you know, Rich lets any of our kids come to CrossFit Mayhem and work out free of charge, and that's a great thing because the correlation between the mental fortitude and toughness that it takes to get through some of the physical agony in some of those workouts very strongly relates to the same sort of mental fortitude that it takes for these kids to kind of vanquish some of their demons and move on in their lives.
Yeah, I think just the organization being local and being privately funded, not a state institute, and definitely being a Christian home for these kids was a no-brainer for us to be a part of and partner with.
And Rich is a real humble guy. He gives a lot of things freely to a lot of different people. He wants to help out the community that he's in and be a part of the community he's in and make a difference. And I think that, you know, stands out for him as an athlete. It's part of what makes him a great person.
Mustard Seed is a non-denominational, privately funded Christian home in Tennessee. And what they do is they take kids that or either have, you know, their parents can't keep them or grandparents can't keep them. But these kids, they live in homes with parents.
My name is Greg Julian. I've been at the Mustard Seed for 8 years. I'm a house parent. Me and my wife have been house parents here since the beginning of this long journey here at the Mustard Seed Ranch. 90%
of our children do not have a father figure in their life. And Greg owns it. I mean, he just owns the fact that he is that guy, that father figure. It is just beautiful to see that transformation happen, and he's the catalyst for making that happen. Our house parents are. I mean, we believe in family, and we believe in doing it all together and backing each other and helping each other through the tough times, because when we get to see a kid, 2 kids graduate from high school, that's the best thing in the entire world, because you know that you did it with them. And giving God all the glory for it couldn't be anything better.
One of our biggest ministries here at the ranch is hunting and fishing and playing sports. And I spend a lot of hours with them, just a lot of one-on-one time sitting in a tree stand and just ministering to these kids.
Yeah, they love turkey hunting. I was just talking to Greg, one of the house dads, about it, and they've killed, I think, like 13 or 14 birds between all the kids, all the boys.
Most kids would love to be the star football player on the football team, or the star basketball player, would love to hit a home run in baseball. And a lot of kids it's simply not going to happen. But I'm going to tell you, when you come here and you get to sit in a tree stand with a boy and they bag their first deer, their first buck or whatever, it's hitting their first home run. That's, you know, that's making the game-winning shot, scoring their first touchdown.
There's something about having to actually work to go either, you know, hunt your food or see that animal sacrifice its life for you.
Hunters for the Hungry is an organization that that processes our deer for free, so it doesn't cost us anything. We fill our freezers up full every year with deer meat, and when we go out and hunt or fish, it's not about the kill. It's not necessarily about the hunt. It's the relationships that I get to set with the boys in the tree stand and build those relationships.
It's a great time, and just being outside and there's nothing like it, especially for me, you know, competing and stuff like that. It's a good way for me to kind of clear my head and go out there and hang out and get lost a little bit. So it's been great.
I tell you what, Rich has helped the ranch go to the next level. His heart and passion is to serve and help kids. That kind of love and support that you see in his heart and life, it just rubs off on you as just being around him. And so it's exciting to have Rich on board with the Mustard Seed.
Our friendship with Rich and Hillary Froning and that whole Mayhem group of people who are just so amazing has not only helped catalyst Mustard Seed Ranch, it's helped people hear about what we're providing.
I mean, if you were to Google him, you know, all of these things come up. It's Rich Froning. He's a Reebok athlete. He's the 4-time fittest man on earth. He's the 2-time Affiliate Cup champion. But if you're from Cookeville, you just know Rich is a good guy. He has a heart for these kids, and I think that getting to see them and the benefit that attaching his name and his sweat equity into can do for these kids here, just helps to make it a win-win situation.